basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, maybe quest to universe.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And you guys, I believe this is one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time. B.I.B.L.E, The Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth by B.I.B.L.E. Introduced to the world on the Jizza Geniuses album, Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords, you guys. Now, that album means a lot to me because it introduced me to one of my favorite movies of all time, Shogun Assassin. What's the original? It's like something in Cub. Oh, man. With the Japanese swordsman dude, he had like a blind swordsman joint called Zatachi, I believe. Oh, man. But yeah. Shogun Assassin. It is a classic movie. It's one of the greatest films. I'll just love it, right? I got introduced to it because Jizza used those samples on his album, Liquid Swords. But at the end of Liquid Swords, there was this song, and I was like, the Jizza isn't on this? And I just remember those lyrics to this day. I listen to this song to this day. It's one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time, in my opinion, and I want to prove to you guys why it is. So let's get it moving, you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Here we go.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down, pull the video up. Don't forget, support the original content on the channel. I'm an artist. I just dropped the hip-hop music video. Why did I say hip-hop? I just dropped a music video, Ugly Boys. Check it out. In January, I'm dropping. Today was BJJ. That's a flip on Ice Cubes. Today was a good day for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I got some vlogs, food challenges, a bunch of stuff on the channel. Help me figure out what is the original content that we're going to stick with so we can be more consistent and have our own original stuff on the channel as much as we have reviews, breakdowns, and reactions. Let's get into this. I don't even know where to start with this one, but this is one of the greatest songs ever created, in my opinion. I love this. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is also a sign of why Wu-Tang Clan was ahead of their time. Now, I believe this was released in 1995, okay? When we listen to these lyrics, think about what is going on in today's society in 2023, okay, as you listen to these lyrics. Listen very closely, all right? In ways, these things are prophetic. Sometimes you go back and listen to Wu-Tang's music, like the RZA has this song called Tragedy, and the first 8 bars or the first 6 bars are like literally what's going on in 2020. It's scary. It's so prophetic. Ahead of the time. Anyways, this is B.I.B.L.E, The Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, made popular on the Jizza Genius album as like the bonus track of Liquid Swords. Here we go.
Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Life is a test, many quest to universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and the hurt. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, many quest to universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and the hurt. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving knowledge is wisdom. This goes back when I was 12. I loved doing right, but I was trapped in hell. Had mad ideas, sad eyes and tears, years of fears, but yo, my foes couldn't bear. I searched for the truth since my youth, and with the church since birth, but it wasn't worth the loot that I was paying, plus the praying. I didn't like staying cause of busybodies and dizzy hotties that the preacher had souped up with lies, had me cooped up looking at loot button thighs. During the service, he swallowed up the poor, and after they heard this, they wallowed on the floor. But I ignored and explored my history that was untold, and watched mysteries unfold. and drop the jewel like Solomon. But never follow men, cause if you do, your brain is more hollow than space oblivia or the abyss. With no trace of trivia, left with the hiss. Does it pay to be deaf, dumb, and blind? From a slave, he was kept from the mind. And from the caves, he crept from behind. And what he gave was a sect of the swine. When the Bible, it condemns the pig. I don't mean to pull your hems or flip your wigs, but we used to wear a turban. But now we in the urban, no more wearing beanies or dressed like a genie. No hocus pocus, cause I focus on the facts and put it on the tracks and brought it through the wax. I speak on Jacob, it might take up some time, and too much knowledge, it might break up the rhyme. I did it anyway just to wake up the mind of those who kiss stones or praise on the carpet. Those who sit home and sell books by the market need to chill and get their mind revived. For years, religion did nothing but divide the basic instructions before leaving earth. Life is a test, made me question the universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and I heard the first shall be last and the last shall.
First, let's get into the production so we can get into the lyrics. The production just gives you that classic hip-hop feel. The lyrics are so powerful. The lyrics are too powerful. For years, religion did nothing but divide the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Think about that. Just that line alone. I'm going to go back and talk about some of these lyrics, but I'm just tripping because we see religion dividing us, right? But essentially what he's saying, these are just instructions, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. This is information that can help you, moral structures, coping mechanisms, so many things you can get. Because it's funny, like when you're listening to the lyrics, he's talking about how the church has let him down. The church let him down. Dizzy hotties, he's talking about females trying to talk to the preacher, loot butt and thighs, right? Get money, right? These preachers only trying to get money and get with these women at church. But I explored my history that was untold and watched mysteries unfold and drop the jewel like Solomon and never follow men. If you do, your brain is more hollow than space oblivia. Bro, think about what he's saying. He's having a whole build-up conversation about the church and things that happen in the church because people are only human. But then he's like, the basic instructions, there's still gems in the Bible. Drop a jewel like Solomon. He's referencing King Solomon, and that's why he doesn't follow men. He might not follow what the pastor or what these people are saying because he has a deeper relationship and he's following the Bible as a manual in a sense, right? Because it's crazy. This is a crazy song the more I think about it. Dude, 1995. Listen to these lyrics.
12, I love doing right, but I was trapped in hell.
And he starts it off.
First shall be last and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving knowledge is wisdom. This goes back when I was 12.
Knowledge is wisdom. This goes back when I was 12. I loved doing right, but I was trapped in hell. Had mad ideas, sad eyes with tears, years of fears that my foes couldn't bear. Bro, what type, bro?
I love doing right, but I was trapped in hell. Had mad ideas, sad eyes and tears, years of fears, but my foes couldn't bear. I searched for the truth since my youth and went to church since birth, but it wasn't worth the loot that I was paying, plus the praying. I didn't like staying cause of busybodies and dizzy hotties that the preacher had souped up with lies, had me cooped up looking at loot butt and thighs. During the service, he swallowed up the poor, and after they heard this, they wallowed on the floor. But I ignored and explored my history that was untold and watched mysteries unfold and drop the jewel like Solomon. But never follow men, cause if you do, your brain is more hollow than space oblivia or the abyss. With no trace of trivia, left with the hiss. Does it pay to be deaf, dumb, and blind? From a slave, he was kept from the mind, and from the caves, he crept from behind. And what he gave was a sect of the swine.
That whole word play. Does it pay to be deaf, dumb, and blind? From a slave, he was kept from the mind. From the cave, he crept from behind. What they gave was a sect of the swine. Then he goes into the scheme about the Bible condemns the pig, which it does. I believe Old Testament, right? It's just incredible. Like, that's incredible wordplay to tell a story in 1995. This is what timeless music sounds like, you guys. One of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time, in my opinion.
In the Bible, it condemns the pig. I don't mean to pull your hems or flip your wigs, but we used to wear a turban, but now we in the urban. No more wearing beanies or dressed like a genie. No hocus pocus, cause I focus on the facts and put it on the tracks and brought it through the wax. I speak on Jacob, it might take up some time, and too much knowledge, it might break up the rhyme. I did it anyway just to wake up the mind of those who kiss stones or praise on the carpet. Those who sit home and sell books by the market need to chill and get their mind revived. For years, religion did nothing but divide the basic instructions before leaving earth. Life is a test, made me question you.
He's talking about the books of Jacob. He's like, I did it anyway just to wake up the mind. Oh my Lord, this is amazing artwork. You guys are watching some like pristine Michelangelo rap type art right now.
And through my research, I felt the joy and the hurt. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, made me quest the universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and the hurt. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. I stroll through the books of Job to unfold and open Bibles instead of hoping on revivals. Calling on his name and screaming hallelujah. When he hallelujah, that's how the devil fooled ya. See, look into my eyes, brethren. That's the lies of a reverend. Why should you die to go to heaven? The earth is already in space. The Bible I embrace. A difficult task I had to take. I studied till my eyes were swollen and only arose when I found out that we were the chosen. I deal with the truth and build with the youth and teach my son as he kneels on the stoop. Son, life is a pool of sin, corrupted with foolish men and women with wicked minds who build picket signs to legalize abortion, the evil eye extortion. I quit son with my wisdom. Before I converted, I was perverted, and knowledge was asserted. The study of wisdom, I preferred it. The understanding, it gave me mental freedom. I even learned Caucasian were really the tribe of Edom. The white image of Christ is really Caesar Borgia, and the second son of Pope Alexander, the sixth of Rome. And once the picture was shown, that's how the devils tricked my dome. I prophesied to save a man, but no one gave a damn. From my nation, the seed of Abraham. Blessed with the tongue of Hebrew. Now we strung on needles, and some are plunged in evil. So study and be wise in these days of darkness. Peace to my nephew Marcus. The basic instructions before leaving earth.
Bro, that last verse was mad deep. He just starts off guns a-blazing. I stroll through the books of Job to unfold and open Bibles instead of hoping on revivals. Something screaming out his name. Bro, we got to go back. Oh, my Lord. And it's the truth. It's the truth because he's talking about your personal relationship with God, right? He said he embraces the information in the Bible. This is ancient information that has been passed down to help us, right? Now, some people will visualize these things or say, hey, this is used to instill fear or control, da-da-da-da. Some people will say it's here to help create moral structure and values in societies. For me, the Bible and these things have been good, even church. But I have had bad church experiences. This is why I relate to this song so much. But it's just so crazy to just start a verse in hip-hop. When do you hear stuff like this anymore? Please tell me. Regardless, even if you don't like it, just tell me that the substance here is worth having a conversation about. Oh, this is so refreshing. Oh, like I got goosebumps in the second verse. I got them in the first, but that's just because this song will always be at one of the top of my list. This with a few Tupac songs, this, that, and the other. Like this is what I talk about. See, people be like, yo, for that whole Eminem conversation. I love Eminem. He has great songs, but I've never had one of his songs do this to me because this is just more relatable for my life and what I've been through and things I've seen.
And through my research, I felt the joy and the hurt. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. I stroll through the books of Job to unfold and open Bibles instead of hoping on revivals. Calling on his name and screaming hallelujah. When he hallelujah, that's how the devil's fooled ya. See, look into my eyes, brethren. That's the lies of a reverend. Why should you die to go to heaven? The earth is already in space. The Bible I embrace. A difficult task I had to take. I studied till my eyes were swollen, and only arose when I found out that we were the chosen. I deal with the truth and build with the youth, and teach my son as he kneels on.
So he's going into a scheme that would be controversial now. But that whole he's talking about developing your own personal relationship with God, and not focusing on man, not focusing on the reverend or the church, because that's how you get fooled. You know, sometimes these people are lying to make a buck in the church, or they just want to have a feel-good session on Sunday that they get paid for instead of really doing God's work or being active. Now, that's not every single. I know some really great pastors, some really great people that come from the church, but he is identifying and addressing a lot of things that people have angst against the church, and rightfully so. I've seen it. But this next scheme he's about to go into, listen closely. He says, son, I build with the youth. And he's like, with my son on the stoop, son. And listen to what he says after that. Son, life is a pool of sin. Watch, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. It's controversial now. But he's spitting some facts.
I studied till my eyes were swollen, and only arose when I found out that we were the chosen. I deal with the truth and build with the youth, and teach my son as he kneels on the stoop. Son, life is a pool of sin, corrupted with foolish men and women with wicked minds who build picket signs to legalize abortion, the evil eye extortion. I quiz son with my wisdom.
I'm going to say it over because I don't care. Son, life is a pool of sin, corrupted by foolish men and women with wicked minds who build picket signs to legalize abortion and evilize extortion. I quiz some with my wisdom. Now, some people are going to get mad. What? But abortion is liberation for women. Hey, look, the reason he said this, if you guys don't know about Wu-Tang Clan, they're a part of the 5% nation, okay? And some of the teachings from the prophet, the honorable prophet, come from, there's a book called Message to the Black Man. And a lot of it talks about what they were doing to control the black population. Now, I don't know how much I can get into that on YouTube because YouTube is strange. But when you talk about abortion, just look up the numbers on Google and see which community it affects the most. And it's interesting because the person who started, Margaret Sanger, eugenicist, and people will be like, well, no, this, that, hey, it is what it is. But he's speaking on it because of that specifically. We've been told that this is a liberating thing for women. You know, it gives them control over their bodies, But what I would say personally, we are responsible adults who need to take accountability. Now, these little, you guys know, you guys always say the R word, but what if she got R-worded and all this stuff? Come on. Common sense would tell you, I got you there. I get it. I get why you'd want to have, the A word, right? But a lot of times people are being irresponsible, irrational, and they're just like, hey, we can do this. And I think taking a step back and looking at how important and the act of making love to another person and the outcomes just need to be looked at more serious, other than, hey, I could pop this and it'll go away, or oh, I can have this surgery and it'll go away. And but he's not addressing it for that reason. He's addressing it because he knew how abortion would affect his community and how it has affected his community. And this is why the black population is, go look it up, man. Is it growing? Is it growing? Look at who it affects the most. That's all I'm going to say here, because YouTube gets a little funky. That's what he's talking about. And I don't care if it's controversial. Like, when you really look into it, you're like, wow. All in the name of... Anyways.
Converted, I was perverted, and knowledge was asserted. The study of wisdom.
Before I was converted, I was perverted. Preach.
To build picket signs, to legalize abortion, the evil eye extortion. I quiz son with my wisdom. Before I converted, I was perverted, and knowledge was asserted. The study of wisdom, I preferred it. The understanding, it gave me mental freedom. I even learned Caucasian, well really the tribe of Edom. The white image of Christ is really Caesar Borgia, and the second son of Pope Alexander, the sixth of Rome. And once the picture was shown, that's how the devils trick my dome.
You heard what he's talking about there. The white image of Christ, the blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, Rome. He's saying how this was created. Again, humans are gonna do things to so they could have advantages, right? And he's just telling it how it is. Now, I haven't done enough history to know if he's dead on with that, but when I'm looking at Middle Eastern people, they don't look like what I grew up seeing when we were in Catholic church. Because we started out going to Catholic churches. Then my parents became Baptist, and they were even in an evangelical wave. But for my whole time, I just developed a relationship with God, and I just try to read my Bible and do good. And sometimes that's all you have. And my faith has come back to save me in this latter part of my life when I was really lost. And thank God for my foundation there, because it really helped me. But he's saying dude, just listen to him. And then just going back to this hook, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. He just says it all. And I don't know why it touches me so much. I love this.
Prophesied to save a man, but no one gave a damn. From my nation, the seed of Abraham. Blessed with the tongue of Hebrew. Now we strong on needles, and some are plunged in evil. So study and be wise in these days of darkness. Peace to my nephew Marcus. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, made me quest the universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and I heard. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, made me quest the universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and I heard. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Life is a test, made me quest the universe. And through my research, I felt the joy and I heard. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth.
If you stuck around to listen to that full track with me and talk about it, you're the realest. You're the reason I love and have this channel, because I know these quirky country reactions and rock reactions, go off the walls. There's some type of sensationalism that comes with seeing a dude from the other side of the tracks not really knowing that music and enjoying it, and the public eye gravitates to that. I've noticed that on the channel, which for some reason people have forgot to put their ear to the realness, the things that really mean something to me, that I'm passionate about. And I did this one for the love. I did this one for the soul. And hopefully some of y'all watched it, because this is that real conversation, that real hip hop, that iconic, legendary music. This will stand the test of times. Anyone who hears this, they might, you might not like the beat, might not like the whatever, but you can't deny what is in this. You can't deny it. Again, this is B.I.B.L.E, B-I-B-L-E, The Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth by Killah Priest. This is at the end of the Liquid Swords album, the Jizza Geniuses album. I believe it's on Killah Priest's album, Heavy Mental, as well. Heavy Mental is a classic, y'all. And, I don't always agree with everything that these rappers say or do, but I try to utilize certain things to learn, because sometimes I'll be like, ooh, I didn't know that. Maybe I need to look into that. Maybe I need to look that up, right? Even his history lesson with the seizure, Bonjet, whatever, basically saying they used from Rome that Caesar character as the picture of Christ. And that's what they were selling to the world when we see the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Christ. This is just amazing. And it's sometimes, I know there's still some artists doing this, but they're very underground. You got to remember, Wu-Tang Clan had commercial success. They were going gold and platinum. It was an incredible time to be here. It's still an incredible time, but I miss this. And I'm glad I got to share this with you guys. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.